Hello guys, BioGoxBoy here. Today we are back with another tier list video, and this time we are doing the AI for the Hello Neighbor characters. So I promised I was going to do this a long time ago, and I never got to do it until today. So here we go. We got our usual tiers like the other video game ones. Insanely difficult, average, pretty easy, and insanely easy. And these are the tiers we have for today. So yeah, these are the games from the main game, like the Hello Neighbor 1 all the way up to Hello Neighbor 2. I didn't include Hello Neighbor 3 or anything else after Hello Neighbor 2 because I know basically nothing about all the ones after Hello Neighbor 2. Hello Neighbor 2 I don't even know about that much, but basically, yeah, let's just get started. So our first one here is the one that you probably all know, the neighbor himself, Theodore Peterson. Sometimes he can be difficult. He does put up bear traps and cameras and things like that. That can be annoying. But overall, not too bad to deal with, but also not the easiest. I'll put him in pretty difficult to start off right there. Next up we have the Sharkotron. I just learned it was called that today. I always just called it the Shark, but it's actually called the Sharkotron. And this one is insanely easy for me, because basically it will only attack if you go in the water it's in, and it only appears twice in the entire series, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you just don't go in the water when it's like moving around and stuff. So insanely easy. Next up we have the Thing, and this one, he attacks you twice in total, I'm pretty sure. Like the first one is in Act 3 when you just have to crouch basically and let him pass by, and then once he leaves you can move again. So that part is not bad. The second part is the final battle against him when you have to protect your younger self in your dream, which sounds weird to say now, but basically you have to do that and you get bigger, and it's kind of a maze basically. It's not him that's difficult to deal with, it's mainly just the area, so I'm gonna go pretty easy for this one. Not too bad. Next up we have an interesting one. You might be like, why do we have the neighbor here again? Well, this is the neighbor from Secret Neighbor, and basically, also I forgot to mention, this is gonna count for Hello Neighbor 2 as well, this neighbor. It's gonna count for Hello Neighbor 1 and Hello Neighbor 2, because that's basically the same thing. It could be really difficult because the neighbor is always going to be a player usually. It could either be insanely difficult if it's a really good player, or insanely easy if it's a really bad player. So I guess it doesn't really make sense to add this on here, but I did anyway. I'm going to put in average to balance it out between the two. Next up we have Aaron Peterson, the neighbor's son, and this was in Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek. And basically, it's not bad to deal with. It's easier than the normal neighbor. You know, I'll say that this is the Hello Neighbor 2 one actually, even though that's not the same model, because like it doesn't really make sense to base it off of the player itself, since that's not AI at all. So we'll say this is Hello Neighbor 2. I think this makes sense to put him down here because he doesn't set up traps or anything. It's basically the same thing, except he can't set up the traps. But one thing that is difficult, in some levels, or all of them actually, that he attacks you in, if you get caught a certain amount of times or far enough into the game, if you get caught far enough into the game, he can take away the things you got and put them around the map randomly, and that could be really annoying. So I'm going to say, I was going to say average, but then I thought about that, and that actually gets really annoying, so I'm going to put it up in pretty difficult. And it is similar AI and similar gameplay and stuff. Next up we have the Guest. And the Guest, in the Hello Guest prototype and the final Hello Guest, it's like he tries to get you from far away, and you just gotta find him and stare at him and make him run away. And then in the Hello Neighbor 2 alphas, he's basically like the new neighbor, except a lot more difficult to deal with, I feel like. In the final game, I'm pretty sure it's like there's another area, like part of the, I think there's like a second area in the game that's like a dark forest or whatever, and he can get you there. And then in the beta, I think you just can't go in the dark. But anyways, He appears a lot, and he is pretty difficult and annoying. So I'm gonna put him up in the same tier. I think like this works best. So most difficult, second most difficult, third most difficult. And then we have, I think that's the police officer. So it's basically just the neighbor from Hello Neighbor 2. So I'm gonna put him in average right there. I think all of these are actually kind of the same. So I'll say that it's like this, except I think the mayor does have like a dog that can get you sometimes, if I'm correct. I don't know exactly. I'll put him at the top of average then. And then this guy I'll also put at the top because he does have a gun and can shoot you with it. So this is our final list. Nothing insanely difficult. You know, I'll move the neighbor up there so we can have something up there. That's going to be it for the list. A lot of these later games I don't know much about, so don't expect me to know much about them, like I said. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, notify when the video comes out. Leave a like if you like the video. Obviously, don't have to do all if you want to, but if you want to, can try to get it for 1.2K eventually. And yeah, that's all. Bye.